Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Friday Joshua. Our top stories: Tinubu orders EFCC to freeze Oshu accounts. Tinubu condones Adeosun over husband's death. Presidency receives outgoing ECOWAS Commission president. Explosion rocks Apple Bridge area of Abuja. In business, 5 insurers intensify recapitalization drive to meet NICOM rules. In the build sector, experts warn foreign housing deals could squeeze local developers. And in sports, Nigerian athletes blame jet lag for World Under-20 performances. And on the foreign scene, food security fears grow as UK farmers battle drought. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has directed the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to immediately return to court and vacate the order freezing the bank accounts of Osun State government. The president said he was deeply concerned by the timing of the action, coming just days before the state's governorship election, warning that it could undermine public confidence in the credibility of the electoral process. Tinubu also spoke with Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, informing him of the directive and reaffirming his administration's commitment to fairness and independence of democratic institutions. He maintained that while anti-corruption agencies must carry out their constitutional duties, their actions should not create the perception of political interference in the electoral process. President Bola Tinubu has expressed deep condolences to the former Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, following the death of her husband, Mr. Niyi Adeosun. The president described the late Adeosun as a distinguished professional and compassionate family man whose life was marked by integrity, service, and commitment to excellence. Tinubu extended his sympathies to the Adeosun family, praying for the peaceful repose of the deceased and asking God to grant his loved ones the strength and comfort to bear the loss during this difficult time. President Bola Tinubu has received the outgoing president of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Aliu Toure, at the State House in Abuja ahead of the conclusion of his 4-year tenure as the head of the regional bloc's executive arm. Toure was accompanied by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Shola Enikan-Olayi, although details of the closed-door meeting were not disclosed. Toure, a Gambian diplomat, assumed office in July 2022 and is expected to formally hand over leadership of the commission in the coming weeks. His tenure was marked by efforts to address political instability, security challenges, and regional economic cooperations across West Africa. No fewer than 315 abducted Nigerians have been rescued in coordinated security operations carried out across Kwara, Niger, and Ogun states within the last 24 hours. The large-scale operation involving the military and other security agencies has been described as one of the country's biggest single-day rescue efforts against kidnappers and terrorists. Authorities said the rescued victims are receiving medical attention and support before reuniting with their families, while efforts continue to track down the fleeing abductors. President Bola Tinubu commended the security agencies for the successful operation, reaffirming his administration's commitment to intensifying the fight against kidnapping and restoring peace across the country. An explosion near the Apple Bridge axis of Abuja late Thursday night triggered panic among residents and motorists, with emergency respondents rushing to the scene to contain the situation. The incident, reported near the AYM Shafa filling station close to Rita Lorry Hotel, was accompanied by multiple loud blasts that sent people fleeing for safety. Personnel of the Federal Fire Service, the FCT Fire Service, and other security agencies swiftly responded to battle the fire and secure the area. As of the latest report, authorities had not confirmed the cause of the explosion, the extent of damage, or whether there were casualties, while investigations remain ongoing. We take a pause here. Up next are news stories from the business and build sector.
The strength of a nation begins with the strength of its communities. Housing TV Africa, informing, educating, inspiring.
You are watching Housing TV News at the hour. And in business, 5 Nigerian insurance companies have stepped up efforts to meet the National Insurance Commission's NICOM new minimum capital requirement under the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act 2025. They provided updates on their recapitalization plans as the industry enters the final verification stage of the exercise. While some insurers have completed rights issues and private placements, others are awaiting regulatory approval or final verification after submitting capital raising plans. NICOM recently announced that 43 insurers have successfully met the new capital requirement, with a handful of companies still undergoing regulatory review before receiving final clearance. In the build sector, real estate experts have cautioned that proposed housing partnerships between the federal government and Chinese and Japanese firms could sideline indigenous developers if local participation is not made a central requirement. While welcoming foreign investment and technical expertise, they expressed that the partnership must be structured to strengthen Nigeria's construction industry and expand affordable housing delivery. The stakeholders urged the government to prioritize technology transfer, local content and joint venture arrangements that empower Nigerian developers rather than replace them. They argued that such an approach would create jobs, build local capacity and ensure long-term sustainability of the country's housing sector. We take another pause, and coming up are stories from the sports and foreign scene.
Did you know housing contributes significantly to economic growth, job creation, and national development? Stay informed, stay connected, stay with Housing TV Africa.
You're welcome back. You are still watching Housing TV News. And in sports, Nigerian athletes competing at the 2026 World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Oregon have attributed some of their disappointing performances to jet lag and their late arrival in the United States. Members of the mixed 4x400 meters relay team said the long journey and limited recovery time affected their performance after arriving only hours before the competition began. Despite the setback, the athletes remain optimistic about their remaining events, insisting they are gradually adapting to the time difference and conditions. Team Nigeria is fielding 15 athletes at the championships and hopes to improve its medal prospects as the competition progresses. And on the foreign scene, prolonged drought and extreme heat have intensified concerns over food security in the United Kingdom, with farmers warning of declining crop yields, shrinking harvest and rising production costs. The National Farmers Union says the worsening conditions could reduce domestic food supplies and increase dependence on imports if urgent measures are not taken. Farmers are calling on the UK government to invest in water storage infrastructure and strengthen climate-resilient farming to safeguard future food production. Experts warn that continued droughts could drive up food prices, threaten livelihoods, and place additional strain on the country's agricultural sector. And that's the news story on Housing TV Africa. Before we go, let's give you a recap of our top stories. Tinubu orders EFCC to unfreeze Osun account. Tinubu condoles Adeosun over husband's death. Presidency receives outgoing ECOWAS Commission president. Explosion rocks Apple Bridge area of Abuja. In business, 5 insurers intensify recapitalization drive to meet NICOM rules. In the build sector, experts warn foreign housing deals could squeeze local developers. And in sports, Nigerian athletes blame jet lag for World Under-20 performances. On the foreign scene, we told you that food security fears grow as UK farmers battle drought. For more news in the housing sector, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. Follow our social media platforms and download the Housing TV mobile app and free TV app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. Many thanks for watching. I am Friday Joshua, and bye for now.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.